Cooking with Love.
Hi, I'm April Love and we're cooking with love today. And today is just going to be an easy recipe, for pasta using just whatever you have in your fridge. Sort of like leftovers or, any easy thing that you have in your fridge. So it can differ every time you use it. I'm just using a brown rice pasta, gluten-free. You can use whatever pasta you like. This is the little rotini. I think that's rotini. And you can use whatever kind you like. I've already cooked it so that, that's getting hot. I've already cooked it so that I can just, put it in there. You know how to boil pasta, boil some water. There we go. You know how to cook pasta. So you just boil some water, cook it, and when it's ready, you can just set it aside, and then I'm making the sauce now. So I have heating up already. You can use a nice broth, whatever kind you like, a veggie broth. If you like meat, you can do chicken broth, bone broth, whatever. And I also am using avocado oil because, hello, it's kind of hot. Avocado oil has like the highest burning point, so it doesn't get really weird when you cook it. And my cook plate is really hot, so I'm gonna leave this off. But I wanted to have this heating when we started so that I can just start cooking immediately. And some of the things I had in my fridge, I had some red onions, I had some celery, some garlic is in there. It's already chopped. You can chop it whatever size you like. If you like it bigger, make it bigger. Put way more in if you want way more than this. I have a little broth that I've already poured in here and is heating up. It's about half a cup of broth and just probably maybe a quarter cup of the avocado oil. You can do less or more, whatever you like. And then it's always nice to put in some spices. This is saffron. Plop that in there. Hello. Saffron. I just have it in a little bag. And it's just nice to put that in there, in the oil, and let that heat. I'm going to take that off because that oil is really nice and hot. But I'm going to continue cooking. Then I'm going to put the onions in because the onions take a little bit of time to soften. And they smell so good when they're cooking. Oh, now I need to go back up to the heat. When we put the onions in, we put the onions in before the garlic because the garlic will cook a lot quicker. I like that strong garlic taste. I love that strong garlic taste, so I put that in a little bit last. So we're gonna leave that. We're gonna put the kale in. I always have kale in my fridge. So kale is going in. Yum. And it will shrink down. If you like spinach, do spinach. It will shrink. You can put a pile of them in and they will shrink down. So just kind of stir that, let it cook. And if you need a little more broth, or you can even have some like hot water ready to put in there so that it doesn't stop the cooking process once it goes. But I have enough broth and oil in there that was heated up, so it's nice and moisturized. You don't want the moisturized. You don't want your kale or your spinach to get dry or burned. So this is just going to cook down a little bit. You can see it's already lower in the pan, shrinking. Oh, it smells good. I haven't even put any spices in there. So, okay, the kale is going. And just cook that for a little bit. And then you can start putting in your other spices. I'm not a huge salt person, but you can put a little salt in there. I have some cumin, love. I just do a couple dashes of that. I have a little bit of raw garlic, but I didn't have a whole lot, so I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic powder in here too. Yum. And then just mix that in. I usually have broccoli slaw, but like I said, it's about whatever you have in your fridge. I didn't have any broccoli slaw. And I usually use a nice organic broccoli slaw that's already pre-sliced broccoli and carrots ready to cook. It's perfect. So I would have usually put that in here, but I've got celery instead. So see how small it's getting? Look at that. It's really, really cooked down quite a bit already. I'm gonna put in some curry. I like curry, so we gotta take the top off. We're gonna throw some curry in there. Yum. Extra curry. And then turmeric. That's not open, so we're gonna put the top off of that one too. Just a little bit in there. I love that golden color. Indian food is actually one of my absolute favorite foods, so I put a lot of curry in everything. So I also have like a salt-free seasoning that has different spices all together mixed up. And it's just one little packet, but it's kind of a nice way to just add flavor to your dish. It's just like one of those Mrs. Dash little salt-free things. So you can see it's getting a lot smaller. It's getting ready for the pasta. And now here's a weird element I'm going to put in. Sometimes I just experiment, see what it tastes like. This is an oat non-dairy milk made from oats. And it's kind of nice to give it a little creaminess if you want to do this. You could also use, I'm going to just put in probably 1/4 of a cup and let that warm up. But this is like toward the end when it's getting to be almost done. So that's going to start heating up. And you could even use like sesame tahini, something with a little more nuttiness to give it a nice creaminess. Or I'm allergic to nuts, so I'm not doing peanut butter, but you could do peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, and just put that in there, and it's so creamy and nice. So we're getting really close to being ready for the pasta. Look how lovely that is. Oh, making me hungry. But first we need the celery and the garlic, and I have a little bit of dill in there too. Just like a pinch of fresh dill. And that was maybe only one really tiny clove, two really tiny cloves of garlic. So let's move these out of the way. And we're just gonna cook those down. Now I prefer crunchy vegetables. Not super crunchy, but a little crunchy. Like the celery, I don't mind a crunch. If I had some carrots sliced, I wouldn't mind a crunch. I love that. Some people like them a little softer, so you can put those in earlier in the cooking process if that's what you prefer. So now, as it's heating up, getting super flavorful, you could even put like sunflower seeds in there, or if you can do nuts, chopped almonds, that gives it an amazing crunch, and it's so good. So now I'm gonna just put in some of this pasta. Just pour, I had it straining from when I cooked it, and you can just set it aside. If you wanna make it a little closer to the time that you make your sauce, your pasta will be warm. This way it's warming it up as well too. So we're just going to put in as much as we can in the pan without it overflowing. Okay, get in there. And we're just going to make sure that is on, getting nice and warm. And then we're just going to mix it all up. And as I said, if you added a little more of whatever broth, or if you made something creamy like a tahini or sesame butter, whatever kind of butters you like, to make it give it kind of a creamy sauce, or you could use milk if you like milk, but I'm not a big dairy person, so I do the non-dairy. You could use rice milk, almond milk, soy milk, whatever you like, and give it a nice creamy. You can see how pretty it is. That smells amazing. Wish you could smell it. And then we're almost ready to taste, just as it gets a little bit heated up all together, all those flavors mixed in. And like I said, if you want to add more salt, add more cumin, add more garlic, do it to taste. If you like cayenne, you can make it spicy, put in some serrano peppers. And just really, oh, so look how beautiful this is. So this is the quick and easy, you know, whatever you have in your fridge, pasta. So I'm going to taste this now, see how good it is. This is sort of just a, oopsie, one escaped. So let me try it. Like I said, I still like my veg. I'm going to get one of those celeries. Crunchy. That's good. Oh my goodness, that's good. So this is super easy. It was pretty quick. Let me know what you think, and let me hear your ideas on what you put in it. That's it. You've been cooking with love today. God bless.
Enjoy your veggies, people.